Good morning.
Hello, everyone.
How are you today?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm here. That spoon was really hot.
Yeah.
Coffee's hot. That's fine. I don't like cold coffee.
Your coffee's hot? You made it an hour and a half ago?
Oh, I made a new one.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't drink cold coffee. That's disgusting. Ugh. Who does that to
So
themselves?
welcome to Warm and Cozy Quilting.
Yes.
I'm Danielle.
Hi, Danielle.
And this is Jason.
I'm Jason.
And we got Sadie running the camera. Hello. You are the #1 customer. If you didn't know that. My hair is still wet. It's like it's a strange day.
How in the world are you all the way over there? What is happening?
The camera is like this. See?
The camera. I'm not touching it. I don't know what to do.
It's
Sadie,
really fine.
fix it. Why is it weird? Oh, you know what? It's probably because I moved the table earlier, and there we go. See? That's better. We're professional.
Yeah.
We know what we're doing.
Right.
Anyway, welcome to Warm and Cozy Quilting. We are in Columbia, Illinois. You know where we're at. If you don't, come visit us, Southern Illinois. We love it.
Right.
If you're out there, don't forget to say hi. Love when people say hi. Stop hiding.
Maybe nobody's getting on today.
Maybe. I mean, it's gorgeous outside today.
I watched this whole funny guy talk about, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys in this, wherever he was at, must get a lot of rain because everyone I saw today, if I made eye contact, they talked about how wonderful the weather was. He's like, I mean, I think it's fine, but is this
fine?
Apparently it had been raining a lot
Hmm.
and then wasn't raining. So
I can
anyway, we
understand
talk
that.
about the weather a lot as Americans.
Is it an American problem?
I don't know. Or is it
I've never been to another country and discussed weather.
yeah.
I've been to another country, but that was probably
You didn't talk about the weather?
20-something years ago.
Mhm.
I don't think we had weather 20-something years ago.
No, that was before weather.
It was pre-weather. We predated weather. That's all.
Yeah.
Anyway, so today we're going to talk about the shop hop.
Oh, right.
What is shop hop? What is this all-state shop hop that's happening? We have a lot of new people that maybe don't know what that is. If you do know what it is, maybe you'll get some fun tips and tricks out of this. Maybe you'll share some with us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Which is always a possibility. The old pros, the old vets that do this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is my face really shiny?
no, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is mine?
I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know.
I think you're fine. I think you're overthinking that. Stop looking at that TV screen.
Okay.
It's overrated.
I'm not going to look at that TV
monitor's
screen. I wish
troublesome.
it was not there.
Well, it's easy. Let's just fix that. We'll go bloop. See?
Thanks.
Magic. So today we have information for you to know. So we got the All Illinois Shop Hop starts August 1st,
Right.
which we'll talk about more here in a moment.
Yes.
We have the county fair.
Mm-hmm. Next week.
Starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow, which is next week or something. I
Technically
don't
next
know.
week.
Yeah, I guess.
That's going to go for a week. Technically, it runs through
Sunday to Sunday
of next week.
But a lot of people are gone by the following
In
Sunday,
our building,
But
yeah.
that building.
But it's still
And you have to pick up like all your fine art stuff that following. So it's a lot of wrapping it up.
Yeah.
That last Sunday.
Right. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I'm going to put a quilt in.
Oh, why don't you do it?
I don't know, because I don't want people judging my log cabin.
Put your quilt in.
Should I put my quilt in? I have a log cabin.
Everyone,
You've all seen
you
it.
guys tell us if you should. So, county fair apparently has rules
Apparently, I've had them for a while.
that
Whatever.
say
Rules.
if you own a quilt or if you own a business, then you can't enter something in the fair.
Yeah.
That kind of is like saying, if you're a professional at this, this is for amateurs. This is for, those that don't own a business, right?
Yeah.
But just because you own a business doesn't, number one, mean that you're good at it. Okay? Or anyway, that's my opinion.
But you always say that you're terrible at it. So
anyway, I wanted to enter a quilt and I can't.
I know. You can for advertising purposes, but
what does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. But technically, I don't own a business, so I can put my log cabin in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think I may. I don't know. There's some yeses to that. Okay, fine. I'll think about it. I'll flip a coin later. If I get 45 more yeses, we'll see.
Vicky, just type yes 45 times.
No, please don't. Don't spam it. We do have some people watching before we get into all the rest of that. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Handy Quilter Education Event.
Yes.
It is coming in September.
Right. Which seems like a long way from now, but it's not.
It is not. If you've been on the fence about a long arm, getting, looking at getting one, having one, renting time, any of those things, this is a great opportunity to get some hands-on time with a long arm, with a handy quilter. That would be what you'd want to come over here and try that out. The Thursday, the 19th of September and the 20th of September is the first class.
Thursday, Friday.
The second set of classes is then the 21st and the 22nd, which is Saturday, Sunday.
Nice.
So I tried to make it a weekend situation for those that have to work.
Right.
Usually, though, the Thursday, Friday ones kind of tend to sell out faster, which is wild to me, but it's how it works.
Well, because you fill your weekends with other things.
Other things to do. That makes sense. It is only $150 a person, which is a very small investment to make to find out if this is for me or not.
You know what? We've had people who've taken it who bring us their quilts. We quilt for them. But they wanted to find out if this was something that they might like. And people, you get a lot of what goes into the whole process by coming and taking that class.
Yeah.
Even if you then decide, I'm just going to keep bringing you my quilts.
Right.
We have had people who've done that. We've had people who are like, I love this.
Right.
And I want to do more. Can I come rent, from you? Can I do this? What can I, or I'm ready to buy a machine.
Okay. Well, then, know about that. Sadie just put a link to signing up for that. Make sure you sign up for those. We do have limited seating in that. Once those spots are filled, I don't have any more.
Obviously. Yeah.
If you don't have it, you can't have it. All right.
Yeah. Just we've already talked about this, right? That the van is full.
Yes, we have. If you didn't know about the shop van, or the bus hop.
Oh, what was I saying? Van? I don't know.
Bus hop is full.
Full.
We sold 50 seats. There's no more spots left. However, if you missed the opportunity to sign up, there is a waiting list. You can go to the website, go to the bus hop link, sign up there to get on the waiting list. If somebody can't make it and somebody bows out, then you will be in order lined up to get the calls.
Yeah. I really doubt that we'll have very many cancellations, but inevitably someone could have something come up that they just can't. You find out that somebody's getting married that you didn't know was happening, and a
statistical possibility with 50 some people wanting to be on this bus. There's going to be some. I can't make it.
Shoot.
My daughter.
I forgot about this.
Getting an award, Nobel Peace Prize. I probably should go to that. Right. No, you're going to go on the bus hop. Get on the bus.
Anyway, so good to have you on the wait list, and. I really think it's fun I was surprised at how quickly everything sold out.
Oh, like a week.
That that really is showing me that you guys are ready for some fun events, some things to get us all together, right?
Get out there and do stuff for fun.
I'm working on some stuff for you.
Oh, I love it. That's cool. Let's say hi to some people real fast before we get into, because I feel like there's a lot to cover with this whole shop hop thing. So we have Deborah.
Good morning.
Morning, Deborah. We have Jan. Hello, Jan. Good to see you on. Good morning, Sandy. She's saying good morning to the Cozy Crew.
Hey.
Is that us?
Yeah. And then some. There's people out there in the other rooms that counts too.
Very nice. Well, I love it. We're getting shirts. I don't. Sadie, put it on the whiteboard.
Could they be crew necks?
Crew necks?
Yeah,
what's that?
really Cozy Crew and a crew neck shirt.
He's being dumb. He's saying, he's like acting like we're not funny when we are funny.
I see the funny. And laughing deep inside.
Right.
In the dark, hollow cavern of my soul. Morning, Carol. Good to see you on.
She's watching while outside. Yay. It's a beautiful day.
It's so gorgeous outside. Good morning, Vicki. Hello, Mary. Good to see you on.
Morning.
Definitely some yeses on putting the log cabin into the quilt show.
Fair.
And the fair. And there's Vicki with her yes times 45. I appreciate that. Morning, Linda. Good to see you on. And hello, Sharon, Fredericktown. Nice.
Hi. Good to see you. Can't see you, but
It's fine.
So what you say as a Midwesterner, right?
It's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good morning, Robin, out in Arizona. Nice little drive there. Good morning, Julie, Wisconsin. Beautiful.
Hello.
I don't know if I've ever been in Wisconsin.
I have.
Have you?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I had family that lived there, including, like my aunt, my grandma
Really?
lived there for a period of time.
Well, that's fancy.
Isn't Robin normally somewhere else?
Yeah, she's usually here.
Okay.
Is he? I don't know. I think
Wait,
no. That
no?
Robin, I think, is from Arizona.
Oh, okay. We got a different Robin
There's other Robins.
that also goes to Arizona frequently.
There is one that does go out there also. But
I
yeah,
think.
anyway. What do I know anymore? Good morning, Pat. Thank you. You know what I mean. Good morning, Sharon. She'll see you Tuesday for the
Yay for our class and
oh yeah
down south.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Southern Missouri on Tuesday. Not
well,
this Tuesday.
no.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, hold on.
There's too many Tuesdays where I'm teaching a class.
It's actually 2 Tuesdays in a row.
And that's
so this
where I'm
coming
getting
one
confused.
is one here in town in the store,
At our store.
and then the
If you are coming here, still come here.
the
Okay.
Farmington group is having a class then the week after.
Yes.
So much stripology happening over the next couple weeks.
I just did the reverse the other day. Someone from the Southern Missouri Guild was in the shop, and she was talking about that she was going to, see me for the class on Tuesday. And I was like, oh, okay, well, when you're, then 'cause she was thinking about a machine, and I was like, well, when you come back on Tuesday, and she's like, I'm not coming here. And I was like, oh, no. Oh, you mean the next Tuesday?
The next Tuesday. Yeah. It's all right.
Anyway, I can't keep them all straight. Somebody,
lot.
when I wake up, people tell me where to go. That's
how
what
it
I
goes
do.
sometimes. Good morning, Joyce. She's out at the lake house. Nice. Good way to
That
do
is
that.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, see, Robin's a full-time Arizona.
Yeah, okay. I'm getting confused.
It's all good.
Sadie
It's all
was
good.
confused.
And good morning, Terry. Good to see you on as well. All right. So also one last thing is I like to remind people while you're watching, those little emotional react things across the bottoms, the thumbs up, the love, the heart, the whatever, what have you, use them. Not that Sadie isn't great interaction over there, but really we're talking to this little black box. It's about this big. Those windows about this big.
It's like a circle. It's not a box.
Yeah, so it's boring.
Oh, well, there is a, anyway.
And we don't know that you're actually there. So if you would just use those reactions intermittently, if you hear a bit of information you love,
Yeah, you're
use
like,
those.
boom.
Please
Yeah, I
do.
like that. That was great.
If you find this information helpful, hit that share button. Let your friends hear about it, see it. That helps
Right.
us. And if you're sitting over on the YouTube channel, watching us over there, hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps us a ton.
Yep.
And frankly, if you wanted to later on, you could unsubscribe if you needed, but you won't ever want to do that. So
I don't know why you always tell them that. Can you omit that sentence from your...
No, because they know it already.
Yeah, so you don't need to say it.
Maybe.
Subscribe. You don't have to
Just
tell them to
subscribe.
unsubscribe later.
Don't worry about unsubscribing. You won't ever need that skill set.
Right.
If you had to, you could, but you don't need to know that.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
That's YouTube. Do that over there. All right. So, Shop Hop.
Yes. Big deal to us.
To us is a huge deal. We love Shop Hop, but there
Now,
are
why
people
do we...
that do not know what Shop Hop is?
Okay.
All right. So I've tried to break this down into a what is Shop Hop for those that have never participated in one. There are shops that have never been in a Shop Hop before. There are people that, what are you talking about? Somebody said
And
this.
a lot of times we say it really fast, shop hop.
Shop
And
hop.
they're like, what?
Shop Hop.
What is he even saying to me?
Shop Pop? What?
What's happened?
What's hopping?
Is there a bunny involved?
Maybe. Ooh,
Is
that'd
it like
be weird.
all the shops in this Columbia
Right.
or what?
Okay,
So
so
anyway.
somebody said this the other day, and I found it hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
You can think of a Shop Hop as a pub crawl, but for quilters.
That's nice, yeah. But
Fabrics are vice.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's just
the downside is
Yeah.
it's not like most towns where there's
multiple
10
in
and
the
what,
same
yeah,
town.
and so you just go from in that one town.
Right.
You've got to do
Much
go
larger
much
scale.
larger.
Much larger scale, usually. Generally speaking, by definition, a shop hop is an event sponsored by a group of shops, encouraging participants to visit all the participating shops within a designated time frame.
Right.
This can be various types of shop, not necessarily quilt shops. They did that with the
Coffee.
coffee shop places.
We did that,
They do that
yeah.
every fall, actually, now, I think.
Oh yeah.
A
That was
couple
really
months
fun.
long. Kind of cool. You go visit different coffee shops. Again, generally, if you visit them, there's rewards or things that you can get from visiting those shops, which is neat.
Yeah, you tell them, I'm doing the coffee, whatever it was.
That was a coffee trail, I think.
Trail.
Is what they referred
And they're
to
like,
it as.
oh, cool. Well, you get 10% off a muffin.
Right.
Like
Something
whatever. And I'm
fun.
like, cool.
Let's
Give me a
do it.
muffin.
The time frames for these hops can vary. For example, we started off with the St. Louis Metro Shop Hop was just 4 days.
Right.
Now it's a month long.
Right.
The All-State Shop Hops are 2 months long, depending on
Right.
states that you're in. So they can vary depending on what you're trying to accomplish with that group. And I have in here that it seems counterintuitive because why do I want to send my customers to other shops?
Yeah.
Well, in any business, why do I want to send my customers somewhere else? Because no business carries everything.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's nice to be able to find out other alternatives for acquiring those things that you're looking for.
Right.
Okay.
You know, every shop has their own kind of personality, and
Right.
that's dependent on who's buying fabric for that particular shop. So I'm not going to carry everything because even though I like a lot of different things, right? We have a wide variety, but we're not going to have everything.
No.
You know, just maybe I don't see the same sales rep that sells whatever, you know. So it's nice if you want to be able to see what other shops have.
Yeah, and it's really nice to be able to get out there and check that out. Vicki says that their library in their area, did one last year. That's actually a really cool idea. Because every library is different. I mean, to an extent of the way it's laid out, maybe one's nicer than the other, maybe one's brand new, maybe they've got some accommodations there, like a classroom space you could make use of.
Smart.
I think it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
And I think libraries get underutilized.
Oh, absolutely.
Anything that would push people to go visit a library, I think that's an awesome idea, really. Very neat, though. But with that, it helps these hops generally promote a sense of community, which if you're a quilter, it's all about community.
Right, for sure.
Like from the good old days where they'd sit around and tell about the business of somebody down the road to now, which we sit around and tell about the business about so-and-so down the road.
Yeah. Is that what we do?
I don't know. That's what I'm told.
We always say that we're, trying to like solve the world's problems.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's the point, right?
Even though, I mean, nothing really happens from it. But we could talk about how we would fix it if it was up to me.
If it was my problem, I'd fix it like this. So community is always a great thing to have it. So being able to get out and check things out and see what's out there, all that stuff.
Right.
So that's the general basis of a shop hop. Quilty related, though. Here we have the Illinois shop hop that's happening. It's 2 months long.
Right.
All of August, all of September.
You have a lot of time.
So much time.
Right. Share information.
Linda says that we share information. There's no gossip. We're not gossiping, guys.
No.
We are taking factual information and imparting it upon our cohorts who will also have that same factual information.
Factual.
Gossip is non-factual.
Oh, okay.
We
share information.
If you hold up your left hand while you state those statements, then it's true.
Is that right?
I don't know. I just made that up. Maybe go for it.
Hi, Dana. Good morning.
Good to see you on. So, specifically the All Illinois Shop Hop. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Because that's what we're talking more specifically of, right?
Right.
All right. 71 shops participating. This has been organized by the Shop Hop Inc. individuals.
Right. That is really a great thing that someone else puts it together.
Absolutely. It is a fantastic thing. So the idea is that if you have 71 shops in a state, not that business owners can't have this conversation and work it out, but when you have an impartial third party that takes that off your plate of trying to plan and organize all this, for shop owners, that's huge.
It really is.
I don't have to think about it. I just get told when the day's going to start.
Yep.
Do what I need to. Awesome.
Yep.
So I have a little history on Shop Hop Inc. The first All-State Shop Hop was held in Iowa. Apparently, it was started by Joyce Franklin. Her shop at the time was Quilts and Other Notions in Creston. She now owns Piecework Quilt Shop. And Joyce says that she believes it started in 2012. Pretty certain of it. She got nearly 100 shops to agree to 2 weeks. 100 shops for 2 weeks? Are you kidding me? That's die hard is what that is. And since then, it kind of has grown into what it is. In 2019, Jen Gasper and Colleen Perlocker purchased the Shop Hop Inc. from her and took it over and has built it into what it is now.
Nice.
which is multiple states. They have 30 states participating in the shop hop of some sort. Some shops are multiple states, like the Carolinas are in the same shop hop. The Tennessee and Kentucky.
And there's like a northeast region.
There's the New England region.
There we go.
There is the Pacific Northwest, Iowa, Kansas, Nebraska, Indiana, Ohio, Texas just did theirs. A lot of these are all
Florida.
Florida has one, Missouri, like 30 something states. Out of 50, that's a pretty solid amount. So it's pretty neat what they've grown it into, and they do a lot of coordinating, and they've got a lot of help now to make that all work.
Yes.
So I found that to be fun information. I found that information in the All Illinois Shop Hop group.
Oh, okay.
Or All Iowa Shop Hop group.
Which one?
All Iowa.
Okay.
They both started with I, so I was confused.
Okay.
But because that's where they started at. So
right. Makes sense.
Somebody made a post about it, and what's her name again? I'm sorry. Joyce Franklin was in the group and was commenting about how it started. So it was like firsthand information,
nice.
which was nifty. So I wasn't just
Very
making
cool.
that all up.
Right.
Anyway, so shop hops, they generally last 2 months. Most shops keep their normal hours. Some may add hours to accommodate. Right. Which is nice and helpful.
Yeah, so there are a lot of very small shops that are run by one person. And so maybe they teach class on Monday, so their shop is closed on Monday because they teach on Monday. You know, so you look at their hours and you're like, oh my gosh, very limited hours. Well, if it's run by one person and they have to do multiple things, they have to make it work, right? So, you know, kind of give some grace to those that have shorter hours, have smaller staffs who are trying to do this all on their own.
Yeah, absolutely. With the shop hop though, every shop should have once a month a Sunday hour. Because a lot of you that still work
I thought
only do weekends.
It's optional.
It's optional.
Is it option?
Yeah.
It's not required. Okay.
Correct.
I apologize for that misspeaking.
So, yeah.
The majority of the shops do the Sunday hour.
I don't know about majority. I think, you know, most. I don't know what you mean by majority.
It's more than one.
Right. Sadie has a comment.
Less than all 72. 71.
There's a misprint in the All Illinois Shop Hop magazine. Lee's Variety will not be open for the Shop Hop Sundays.
They will not be open. Lee's Variety will not be open for Shop Hop Sundays.
Okay.
That is a misprint.
Good
Do not
to
go
know.
to Lee's Variety on Sunday Shop Hops.
So many people are going to be mad.
I know. One of the folks from Lee's came in and mentioned this, and she's like, we're trying to tell as many people.
Yeah.
If we can try to help get that information.
Well, and especially for us, like, people could come from our store and go to Lee's next. We need to, on those Sundays, be sure that we're like, hey, where are you going next? Don't go to Lee's.
So the other thing to do with that information, if you happen to be associated with Lee's True Value there in Nashville, make sure they know, put that information in the Facebook group.
Right, in the All Illinois Facebook group.
That will help the general public also know that
also, hey, let's give you guys this information. You can join the All Illinois Shop Hop group.
You can.
Did you know that?
Did you?
So
I knew.
You just search on Facebook for
All Illinois Shop Hop.
And join the group.
Yep.
And then you'll be able to shoot. I'm in Missouri's. Jason did Texas.
I'm in all of them.
He's in as many as he. Mostly because we like to see what other information is out there. What's happening?
People are running into. What can problems need to be
make sure that make sure that we don't fall into those same things. So.
Right. Thank you for linking that, Sadie. That is perfect. If you are not in that group and you do plan on participating in the Shop Hop, make sure you click on that and join that group. It's a public group, so whatever you post in there will be seen by the general public. That said, you also don't even have to join them. It's always out there. You can see all the information.
Right, but that would be great for you to look at as you're traveling and go, okay, was there any updates this morning? Oh, so-and-so shop's not going to be open on time. Things like that. Like, oh, shoot, the other day with our crazy weather that we had where we had to close early, you know, that would be something that we would post in that group on our page as well. But, you know, we wouldn't want people driving 2 hours to find out that we were closed.
Right. So with that all said, join the group, know the information. You can always go there and check to see. Also, Jen Gasper, Colleen Herlocker, the team that runs Shop Hop Inc., monitor those groups. So if you have an issue, the shop says, hey, they were supposed to be open and they weren't open, you can comment in there and get in contact with one of the admins of Shop Hop Inc. and they will take care of whatever issues you have. Just know that as well. Great resource to have.
Yes.
All right. So that's what the gist of that is. What was it? What was it even talking about? I don't know. Oh,
but they've also been very helpful for all parties.
Yes.
Okay. So for you guys, for us, if someone, comments that, I don't know, there's been negative comments in there about,
you always get that.
Oh, I can't believe this shop isn't open until noon on Thursdays. It's like, that's been our hours forever. That's our hours listed everywhere. I cannot help it that you didn't read. Right? Like that's, and I don't mean to be mean about it. I just mean that, sometimes we get like, it happens that shops will get torn apart on the group.
Yeah, always. And we're going to talk about things to like, as far as like what you can do as a shop hopper and what shops can do to help.
Right.
So we'll talk about those a little bit here because I had actually went that route with that conversation because that happens.
Yeah.
But you're probably thinking to yourself, cool, I love the idea of the shop hop. I love the idea of going and visiting 71 different shops in Illinois, but how do I even get started?
Right.
That's an easy answer. Any participating shop will have a magazine that you can purchase. Inside of that magazine, aside from information on the shops or who are participating, where they're at, their hours, their Sunday hours if they're participating, they have a passport. Okay? You need this in order to win prizes.
Right.
Okay? So if you'll notice, there's these little squares all over the place. When you go to visit a shop, you're going to have this here passport, and every shop's going to have a sheet of stickers. I'm going to put this sticker on the Warm and Cozy block, wherever that is on the page. You're going to visit all the shops, get all the stickers, and by the time you've finished all 71 shops, your page is going to be full of stickers. You send that back into Shop Hop Inc. You get entered for drawings.
Which that information is on.
Front page.
So you got to fill in this.
Don't look at that. Oh, wait, what is that? Oh, that's in the beginning fabric. It's beautiful.
You got to fill in your information, and it tells you where to mail it, and, so that you get, and when to mail it by, and all of the rules and the things.
Very important. If you don't hit the deadline for mailing it in, you won't get entered to the drawing. Don't do that to yourself. Right. Also, very important, I'm glad you pointed out the information, filling out your information here. I have to let you know, this whole process fringes on the gambling regulation of stuff, okay? When you go into a shop, you need to have this information filled out. It is a regulation, it is a required, mandated thing that you do, not by the shops or by Shop Hop Inc., but by state regulations, okay? So if you come to Warm and Cozy and you have your passport, I will flip it over and make sure you're filled out. If you are not, I will hand you a pen and say, please fill this out.
Right.
It's not because I'm a monster, it's because we have to. So please just do yourself and everybody else a favor and fill this out.
Yep.
What else is that good for? If you leave your magazine laying on my counter and I find a magazine that doesn't belong there and looks used, I can look and see, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, and hey, there's their phone number.
And a lot of times people will pull this out, and they'll just have their passport, but we've had them laid down,
right?
Because you lay it down and look at something, and now your hands are full and you leave, right? And you've done all of this work.
And you don't want somebody else to pick that up and have it. So have your information on there, please, and thank you. And if you go to a shop and somebody's aggressive about fill that out, they're not trying to be mean. They just have, it's been pounded into us by everybody. You got to fill it out. So please,
has to be done.
Please help us and fill that out for us at a time. Anyway, even if you don't plan on visiting all 71 shops in the state, this fantastic resource. For
sure.
Fantastic resource.
What it is not good for is directions.
Fair.
So I do think that the map,
I just want to show
it's
our
like
page.
A shape of Illinois, right? It's like
we have a page. Danielle even sign it when you come in if you want. Fancy. Anyway, you were saying
just that, like you're not going to use that to go. Oh, I'm going to take 55 over to whatever. It's not used for that kind. It's more just to give you roughly these are the stores you need to go to in that area.
Right, and they have addresses to those stores.
Yes.
Which leads us to our next point of conversation.
Okay.
Planning. These are hopper hacks. These are hacks for hoppers.
Okay. Okay.
The first and foremost and the biggest thing that you need to do as a shop hopper is start planning. If you plan on visiting more than just 2 stores, please plan.
Yeah.
The drive time is important to understand. The amount of gas that you're going to be spending. Are you going to be staying overnight?
Mm-hmm.
You got to eat.
Yep.
So there's a food allowance in there.
Yep.
Also, if it's a super far drive, let's say you're going to go visit a shop that's 3 hours away, and your schedule says you're going to get there right about 3 o'clock, I would say maybe call and make sure they're still going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that they're open on that day.
Right.
Really good idea to just verify all that information.
Yeah.
For planning. It's
Yeah.
plan. Super important. Let's see here. Julie, in June, Wisconsin had their shop hop. She and her friend completed the entire state. Wow.
Oh, how fun.
That's incredible. They bought something at every shop. Again, that whole planning thing. It gets crazy expensive if you're not careful. As you may see it again, every shop is different and fun in the variety. Absolutely.
You won't always find that fabric again. We had something up there.
Did I miss something? Oh, Terry. Several years ago, they did a quick trip beginning in Brunswick for 3 days, 45 shops in 5 states. Holy cow. I bet that was a good time.
Buy the fabric when you see it. Because it won't be there. And it won't be at the next store.
Yep.
Wait, do you have the one with the purple and it's got, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just no, most likely no. So yeah, it's wonderful. So plan that accordingly.
So much fun.
Again, I said calling to verify shop hours. Most of the time, what's published is fine. But like you said, shops are run not by a giant corporate monster. Right. They're owned by an individual or two at most usually. Mm-hmm. And that hours can change. Like we could in a second, oh my gosh, Lydia's not feeling well at school. We got to go. Mm-hmm. I don't have any staff to cover this. What do I do? Well, I got to close the store. Yeah. I could put a sign up and let people know showing up, but life happens. Mm-hmm. So if you're going a long ride, and I think of all the Facebook groups I'm in for the All Shop, one of the biggest complaints I see is such and such shop was closed. Right. Why are they closed? They were supposed to be open. Right. And you can't call and ask them because nobody's in the shop to answer the phone. Right. So keep that in mind, especially small shops.
And it is not something that happens here frequently at all, right? Yeah. Generally, when something happens, we have enough people that one of us can run off, you know, and but
we're blessed in that way. Right. We have the staff that can keep the stores open. Yeah. Again, smaller shops don't have that capacity.
And if you are going to drive 3 hours, and if you are going to get there late in the day, you may want to double check.
Absolutely, call to verify. So that's just the best thing I can offer for that. Aside from planning, make sure you're calling. As far as calling is concerned, let's say your plan got a little askew. You're going, you did 3 shops, you had lunch. Lunch took a bit longer than you thought it was going to, and now that shop you're supposed to get to is going to close at 4 o'clock, and it's going to be 3:57 when you get there. Right. Call them. Call them before you realize it's too late. Right. Find out if they're going to be able to stay open for you.
You call us, the answer is yes.
We will stay open for you. You have to call us. Yeah. If you walk up to the door at 4:05 or 4:10, we're probably off the sales floor already because I didn't know you were coming. Right. But if you call me and you say, I'm running just a bit late, can you stay open? Not only will I stay open for you, I will let you shop.
And we'll be happy.
Go ahead, check the store out. At the same time. But on that note, let's say, this is another complaint that I've seen. People say that they call and they get told, no, I can't stay open. So if the store owner isn't there and it's run by individuals that don't have the power to say, yep, I can keep the door open, don't get mad at those persons on the other end of the phone. It's not their call. You have to know that. So don't go bashing that store. It's not their fault. But most shop owners, most shops will do their best to accommodate, but they can't always work out. So, or I have to leave at 4 to get my kid from daycare. Right. So I can't stay and wait. Yeah. So give some grace to the shop owners on that.
For us, we are never running out of here at closing time, except Thursdays. We close at 6. We're ready to go, you know, because we do come in at, 8 in the morning, but we're here late. So anyway, so on Thursdays, we are like, okay, I got all my stuff ready. Is it 6? Okay, and right
out the door. Right.
But even at that, like, if you called me, I would still stay. Yeah. But there are times when we have to leave at 6 because we have something else that has to happen,
Yeah, school event of some
sort.
You
guys get it.
You get it. But again, and I don't expect this to be necessarily an issue with our customers, But if you run into somebody and they're complaining in that fashion, just be aware that there's other sides of those stories.
Right, for sure.
And again, if you call here and I've got a customer or an employee working here and they're like, I have to close at 6 o'clock, I don't know what else to do, you're not allowed to make that call. Just, it's okay. I also put down here, wear comfortable shoes. You're hopping. Your feet are going to get tired.
Yeah.
I would recommend be walking.
Maybe stop hopping?
Stop hopping.
Okay.
You're not a rabbit.
Right.
Maybe you are. I don't know. I can tell you live your life. This one. Okay. So let's say you have a non-quilter with you. Okay.
A husband.
Be it a husband. Be it your best friend.
A sister.
Be it your grandkid. Be it your niece, your nephew.
Really, they're just along for the ride because there's going to be lunch.
There's going to be lunch. Now, let's talk spouses. Let's be honest. Most of the time, your husband's sitting in the car or your husband walks in with you. Okay? As a husband, so I do quilt, I would much prefer to walk in and get a stamp and participate in the enjoyment of this process. Your husband may not care. He may want to stay in the car. That's cool. But you could get your husband a passport or your best friend or your whoever and have them also get a passport and fill that out along with you. And then when they submit that, if they win, you got some cool new stuff.
Really, you were double entered, okay, but like not really, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like this is the way to get double entered. Take your spouse,
right?
Take a friend
the
who
other
doesn't
side
care.
of that though is that if you go along and your friends with you and they see your excitement, or your husband sees that excitement, excitement is contagious.
It is,
and it makes them wonder why do they love this so much.
Right? Yeah, let's.
It
go
could
see.
send them down that path
see.
of becoming a quilter. We are not one of those shops that will snuff a idea of, oh, you can't put that on there because he's not a quilter. I don't know what he does. That's totally cool. Here's your stamp. Have a wonderful day.
We have couples in which the husband is a quilter and the wife does not care.
Right.
So it goes both ways.
It does. Absolutely. And so that's why I say, whatever your spouse is, whoever your other partner is, if it's not a quilter, take them along anyway. Get them a passport. Have them participate with you. Make it fun. It's so much more enjoyable. On that note, let's say you have a kid that you want to take with you. That's okay. There are youth passports available. Most shop, I think every shop should have these available. You do have to be between the ages of 8 and 17. It doesn't necessarily matter for the kids how many stamps you get. They will be entered in for a drawing. All that information is on the sheet. But it's just a really great way to get kids involved, bring them along if they have the ability to. We've seen kids the last 2 years. A couple of them had finished the whole state, which is exciting.
So fun.
They have their own prize pool for some fun stuff, and it's really neat to see that happen. So by all means, if you need that, get that while you're at whatever shop you start with. Get them a passport, get them their stamps. Let them enjoy it just as much as everybody else does.
The 8 starting age on that is flexible.
8 is flexible on the starting age?
Correct.
Okay. Based on what information do I need to, like, what's the gray area there? The
intention is not for someone to, like, strap a baby on and get double entries.
Oh, okay.
They brought their, infant with them. But if you have a sewer who happens to be 6 but is still actively sewing, they can absolutely get a youth passport.
Okay, so if you have your grandkid with you or you have a child with you and they are 6 years old and they love helping you in the sewing room and you let them help and participate and they want a passport because that's, then by all means.
Yes.
Now, if your infant is attached to you, I am not giving you a passport for that child. They cannot use the awards for that stuff or the prizes. Right. So,
we have lots of people in that maybe don't even know. I mean, I don't think we've ever been pushing. Oh, you need to get them a youth passport when a mom's in with multiple kids.
Right. If she's got 5 kids running around because she's got her couple kids and
we've had kids that were that got to pick out a fat quarter at the shop,
There was the first year, the one kid who had a lemonade stand, June and July. And all the money he saved from that, he went and was buying his own fabric at the shops. And he was very particular about what he was looking for. So it was actually kind of neat. Yeah. So,
we gotta keep them going. Here's the other thing too. If they start in this hobby, they won't have money for drugs because it's very expensive. And so this is a good way to keep people off the streets.
Yeah, keep them in their fabric and out of the other vices. Actually, that's funny. Oh, that's too funny. I love it. So kids passports, yes, your kids can participate. Yes, you should bring them along. Yes, keep them involved. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I actually, it's funny to me how many times it's the kids, like if we go to a quilt show or something of that nature, it's the kids that are more interested than the parents sometimes. Or it's mom never really picked it up from, her mom or grandma, and it's like, it's neat, but I don't understand any of it.
Right. I don't want to
kids are like, oh my gosh, I love this. I want to do this.
Yeah.
How do I make that?
Exactly.
Dorothy says that 4-Hers start at 8 and can do sewing projects. Yeah, I mean, a kid can start a sewing project as soon as you trust them around the machine. And even then, just keep their fingers out of the machine, out of the needle.
Right.
But it's up to us to make sure that they get that exposure and experience to it to enjoy the process. So I do love that youth passport side of this stuff. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
So, Linda said bring the husband along because he'll buy you a long arm.
Maybe.
If you do it right. Absolutely.
Might happen.
You let me know. I'll show him the robotics. You'll have yourself a long arm. You'll have a husband that likes robotics, though. So, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. He can do the quilting for you while you do the piecing.
Shoot, we've had lots of that.
A lot of that happens. It happens all the time. All right. So we talked about filling out your passport. You'll have to make sure you do the same on the kid's passport. Just
and
be
they'll
mindful
get stamped
of that.
just
They'll
like
get
you
stamped
get
just the same.
Oh, but you were going to say, so you bought the magazine, you have a passport, you are taking your husband. There is an option for a free passport. You just have to ask for it at the shop, yes?
Yes.
But they should have their own magazine. Like, I guess that's the thing, is that some people have said, well, I'm not going to pay another $12 and get my husband a magazine because he's not going to want that magazine. So
I would say that is a question best asked of the shop that you're at starting off with.
Okay.
Is that vague enough? Because I don't want to answer for all the shops out there or anybody like that. Just come talk to me if that's a question and you're starting with us, and we'll see what we can do to help you out with that information.
Okay, great.
How's that sound?
Wonderful.
All right, cool.
There's different stickers for the youth.
Yes, the youth have different stickers, which is awesome.
Cool.
All right. Let's see.
I was just going to add, you have to be present to get a stamp.
That's the other part that I actually had noted here as well. Make sure that if you're going to get your husband a passport, he has to come in and he has to get the stamp himself. Your friend has to have the stamp. Like if you aren't there, I can only put one stamp per person per passport.
Right.
So you can't bring your buddies.
She's out in the car.
No, I don't.
Gotta see her.
Can she come
Bring her in.
Can she come in? Okay, I'll come out there and look at her.
We're not doing no weekends at Bernie stuff here. Like,
right.
I ain't checking for a pulse.
Right.
But I'm not stamping a stamp without another body there. I'm just saying.
Wheelbarrow.
Here she is. Just go ahead and stamp that for her. Oh my God, I'm calling the cops.
Anyway. Sometimes we say.
Sometimes it gets a little weird, but that's all right. So the other thing is on that note of, tips and tricks for the hoppers, be patient with the staff at the shop you're at. You got to remember that not all shops are the same. Not all shops have multiple people deep as far as staff that can help you out. Not all shops have participated in shop hops and don't know how to deal with 2 carloads of 8 people at one time in their shop. And people have questions. And I've got 2 members in my staff and you all need something cut.
Yeah.
That can be real quickly overwhelming for a shop.
It is very overwhelming for brand new shops. I know this from experience from our very first 4-day Missouri, this area, whatever, shop hop.
Yeah.
Where I was like, next year we have to have more things that are pre-cut. Because if they can grab it and buy it, they're going to do that. If they have to wait 3 people deep at the cutting table and then, after you cut that person, now you've got to go ring them out and you're the only person, like they're going to go, can I just get my stamp and not, or maybe buy notions because that's something that they don't have to wait for. So just know that like it's for new shops, this tends to be a little bit tricky. They got to figure out their way around it. And the funny part is that it is the same for us, but we have enough cutting tables and areas and ways that we can deal with that. Not everybody does. And, I was going to say something else and I don't remember. That's
okay. You keep hold on to that thought. Because we'll get to shop owner hacks. We'll make it easier for shops to help their customers, and much like the whole idea of having stuff pre-cut. So if you find yourself in a situation where you're in a shop that's suddenly crowded, and you didn't necessarily plan the best amount of time for that shop, and you got to find yourself to get in and get out. Just be mindful of that. Be patient with them if you can. Also, with that, the other thing you can do to make yourself better or make it better for you is you have this magazine that talks about those shops, that has a listing. You can write in this book. You can put in here notes on that shop. So that way, you went to the shop. I love this shop. You could rate it 3 stars, 8 stars, 25 stars.
Whatever star
makes you
level
happy. It's
you
your
want
level.
to.
Yeah. You need a 3,000 star rating. Cool. Do what you need to. But you have that book. Take those notes. Thank them for a wonderful time, but I really got to get going. I'm going to come back and visit you, and put in there why you want to come back and visit them. Was it the staff was super helpful? Did they have that fabric line you've been looking for? At least get some information from the shop and find out maybe they do online sales. Maybe they do live sales on Facebook.
Right.
Get that information from them. On top of that, once you leave and you've joined that Facebook group and you had a wonderful time, tell that Facebook group about that shop.
Yeah, for sure.
Little bitty, blurb statements, things, pictures, what you have, saying, I went to this shop. I went to Warm and Cozy, and they're the best people ever. I loved visiting with them. Or
I
that
love
Jason
the pictures
would shut up.
In front, when they're standing in front of our shop doing a selfie.
Yeah.
And they're like, this was,
Right.
I love following, because there will be some people who are like posting at every shop that they go to. And I'm like, cool, I get to follow.
Right. I'm seeing them go on their adventure.
Look, Vicky is now at this. Oh, and now she's here, and now she's there. Whatever. So it's really nice to be able to kind of get to experience it, because guess what we get to see? The inside of here.
Right.
We don't get to see the other shops.
Right.
So we love kind of doing it vicariously.
We do get to live vicariously through those posts. So, but what that does too is it really helps build excitement for other people that are heading to that shop.
Right. Absolutely.
So that when they get there, they're excited to be there. They may plan a little bit more time so that they know they have the time to check it out more.
Right.
And again, it just helps that shop.
For sure.
Okay. And then this year we have the joy of Larry Stover, who is the Where Am I guy.
Yeah.
In the Facebook group in the Illinois side, and he actually did it with Missouri as well. What he does is he'll visit the shops and he will post a picture from inside the shop or something to do with the shop, maybe outside.
Kind of like a little bit obscure, maybe.
Right. What is this skeleton on a bench? Which shop am I at?
Right.
It was more fun is where he started initially. But now this year, he's going to be doing it, and in conjunction with the fabric cobbler, he has some fabric, a fabric line to it, a couple pieces of fabric. They're going to be special little kits that he's going to leave at the shops he visits. If you run into Larry, he might get you a little something kit to go with that. I don't know more about what's happening there. I'm kind of hit or miss, but he's cool. It's awesome.
Super nice. He's visited our shop. He's wonderful.
He's an awesome dude.
Also, he talks a lot, and Jason talks a lot. So sometimes I'm like, okay, I just got to go. They'll be here talking, chatting, and having a good time. No, I'm just.
We're giving you a hard time.
But still, the point is that there are other secondary things that it's fun to look at. So that's why that Facebook group is great. You can watch that. And like I said, the fabric he's got for his little project things, little gnomes with this large telescope looking thing.
Where do you find this information?
It was in the Illinois shop.
Okay, great.
Join the Facebook group, and you'll see all kinds of fun stuff.
Cool.
Yes. So.
Okay, we still haven't talked about a lot of things, and it's late.
No, we're doing great.
Okay.
So now as far as shop owners are concerned, what can we do? Or if you are a shop owner, what can you do to help make things easier for your shoppers? Number one, strongest recommendation, have a list of nearby restaurants of recommendation.
Yeah, we started doing that last year. And for both the
St. Louis Metro.
St. Louis area shop hop and for the All-State shop hop. Because first of all, when we travel, we ask shop owners, because I want to know, yes, I can go to Chick-fil-A or whatever. I can see those on my map. I can see, all of the fast food joints. But sometimes you want something, like I ask the locals, where should we eat? Because you're going to get the best recommendations and find this little gem, that and we have done that ourselves. We've found the little gems that we would gladly go back to.
Absolutely.
So good to ask the locals, what's a good place to go? And if they say, well, Dairy Queen's right there, you go, okay, cool. All right.
Dairy Queen is safe.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, they wouldn't tell you to go there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, and if that's your option in your town, that's totally fine.
For sure.
Not judging that at all. But if you happen to have, like Columbia, we have several restaurant options in town, great sit-down places.
Yes.
Of the fast food ones, I got my recommendations on that. But ask, and if you're a shop owner, have that information ready to go. Hand them a piece of paper and say, here you go, this is my favorite. Because if you sit there and try to rattle them all off.
They're like, just tell me one, and I'm going to maybe go there.
Right. So
we have a list. Our top 4, I think.
I think so. Something like that.
Are listed on there. And yes, the Thai House is one of those.
It is.
Cafe on the Abbey, Reif Schneider's, all things that are.
El Paso and Mr. Barbecue and
Thai
House is the thing. Anyway, do that. You'll be thanking us later for it. As you spoke earlier about grab and go, having pre-cuts. If you're a shop owner, that whole conversation of a crowded line and people were ready to get out of there because I got to keep moving. Have some pre-cuts, have some back quarters, have some 1 yards, have little kit bundles. Vicki asked if there were going to be little kits for the blocks, which I'll talk about here in just a minute. Having something like that already prepped and ready to go, so much easier for customers to get in and out. So keep their timeline. And if you do that and you could accommodate, they're more likely to come back.
For sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, as shop owners, be patient with the hoppers. If you are a shop owner, do not forget, you have been inside of their building all day. They have been in a car all day. They are probably just as tired and frustrated with the world as you are.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Just remember that shop hopper out there is changing the state economy because they're buying gas, they're buying lunch, they're buying a hotel, they're buying fabric from you and 18 other shops today.
Yep.
So a little bit of grace on that side. If you catch one that's a little grumpy, just smile. You be nice. You greet them warmly because no shop hopper likes to walk into a store to crickets.
Right.
That's no good.
Yeah.
And let them know it's good that they're there. Smile.
For sure.
Wave. Thanks for coming in. Can I help you find anything? Nope. Just stamp it and I need to go. Cool. Make sure you come back and visit me because it'll be a great time.
Yeah. We do. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. Because we've done things before, like to bring them back in October.
Absolutely.
Because that's the thing is we're going to get hit in August and September with lots of people, which is awesome. Right. And then October, it's like, is anybody going to come here?
Yeah, you got to remember to
we start. Yeah, so
back.
you invite them back. Especially those who, like, when somebody is like, I got to get in and I got to get out, I'm really sorry. Then me handing them something that says, hey, come back in October. We're doing this fun thing.
Right.
They'll remember you and then go, yeah, if I'm down this way,
I should go visit them.
I should go see them.
And they'll write that in their book.
Right.
I need to come back and visit them. Okay.
Yep.
All very important stuff. Now, last but not least, with Shop Hop, all Illinois, or any given state, there's usually a fabric line. We have this particular panel. Wyndham was the printer for our fabrics this year. There's some coordinating fabrics out there. We cannot sell you a single stitch of that and let you go home with it until August 1st.
Correct.
Are we pre-selling it all? I don't think we are. I think we have it on the computer ready to go, but we haven't started pre-selling anything.
Right.
You can come in and buy it off the bolt. Vicki, to answer your question about having kits, we will probably have something available for quick, easy pickup and go.
So it is not required, and because this year the go ahead.
What's that? No, go ahead.
I'm just gonna. I don't want to say, oh yeah, we're gonna have kits because we may, but the next store that you go to may not. So
right? Yeah, we're basing off of what we do.
Right.
Absolutely, I am not speaking for any other shop. Not every shop will have that. Not every shop will have fabric, and some that do may sell out before others. So just be aware of that.
Because this year is different in that you're not getting a fabric square from each shop. You're getting a pattern. So
exactly, which isn't my binder. Which look how cute that little binder is. Look at that pattern. And it has our name and our contact information. Every shop hopper that gets their passport stamped will get one of these little patterns. The binder is an optional thing that some shops will have. We have some in stock.
And see, it matches your shirt. Right.
Adorable.
Right.
So if you plan on visiting more than just even a handful of shops, this little binder is going to keep those patterns nicely corralled for you and in good condition. So I would strongly encourage to get yourself a binder. We have them on our website. I think they're $14.99. Get those for yourself.
I don't know. Does it say on the bag?
It does. It's on the bag.
Okay.
The other thing that is available, and some shops will have and some will not, we went ahead and ordered some of these quilt labels.
Did you do the cutting on that one?
I did not. Somebody with their eyes closed did the cutting on that one.
It's still outside.
It is outside the dotted line, but this is the label that you'll be able to put on the back of your quilt once you finish your quilt for the year. And it's very specific to the Illinois Shop Hop. So people know what it is and where it's from.
Right.
Because label your quilts. We've had this conversation. I'm not doing it again. Last but not least, the shirt. The pink shirt. The pink shirt that saved my life. If you don't know that story, I don't know what to tell you. It was a good time, but also horrifying. I only survived because of the pink shirt.
Yeah.
If you need more story on that, let me know. I'll get back to you on that one.
He'd be glad to tell you.
You know I will.
Very limited quantities on shirts.
Very limited quantity on shirts. Actually, very limited quantity on binders and quilt labels and even magazines. Like when I'm out of magazines, I don't have any more. So if you haven't pre-ordered your stuff or you haven't got it yet, get that stuff now, because once people start getting out and visiting in the shops, it's going to run out in areas and they're going to try to pick up wherever they can. So I do not recommend hesitating on that.
No.
Because it will run out. Woo.
County Fair.
You never would have thought there was that much information to have about a shop hop and what the best ways are to
and
deal with it.
now we're out of time.
We're out of time, and I didn't really get a chance to talk about the county fair.
That's okay.
That's okay. What you do need to know about the county fair, you need to come and visit us. Monroe County, Illinois. The fairgrounds are in Waterloo, Illinois. So that's like 10 minutes south of here. Beautiful town. Might be biased.
Yeah, we live there.
We live there. But we will be there in the commercial building.
Yes.
It is air conditioned.
Yes.
Sort of. It's an air conditioning.
Yes.
It's going to be cooler than outside. It's going to be dry because it's closed in, which is awesome. If it rains, then it will be dry.
Exactly. Last year there were rainy days where everyone was inside.
Right. That happened.
You know.
Run away from the rain. But come and visit us. We are giving away a chance to win 4 St. Louis Cardinal tickets, and they are not going to be, nosebleed seats. These are good seats.
Yep.
You're going to want to give a chance to win these. So come by and see us.
Yes.
We are bringing our sewing machines with us. We're bringing the Genomes.
Right.
We're bringing some Handy Quilter.
Laura Star.
We're going to bring the Laura Star. And we are going to be there just to show and talk about Warm and Cozy.
All together. We're
all content with it. So make sure you come and visit us sometime during this week. Okay? Jody asked if we are going to be getting the Missouri catalog. Since we are only on the Illinois side of the river, we will not be.
Cannot.
Not happening.
Sorry.
That day that Danielle decides to get a store across the river and Sadie never comes to this Illinois side ever again, possibly. I think between her and Diane, they more than willing they would run the store for you. Anyway, at this point though, no, Sherry Jo, we do not have Missouri's catalog, but their magazine should be coming out in the next couple weeks.
Sure.
So
she just wants to buy from us.
I know.
We're
the best.
Yeah.
I get it. But if you live on the Missouri side and you're going to do Missouri's, just be looking out for that. Pre-order from your favorite Missouri side shop and get your magazine from there and just as ready to go. It'll be good. All right. What else do we need to tell them about? No Wednesday live sale.
Right.
We will not be here Wednesday for a live sale. Don't do it.
And next Saturday, we still have show and tell.
Show and tell next Saturday.
Here, live in
9:15 a.m.
person.
Bring your projects you're working on, be it a bag, be it a shirt, be it a pair of jeans.
Bring in nothing. Come and just sit
come
and
hang out.
See
everybody's projects.
See what we're going to be sewing up next month.
Right. See what quilt comes up next month. That'll be a fun one. So
we're closing at 4 on Thursday.
Oh, and we are closing at 4 on Thursday. This coming Thursday, 4 o'clock.
Right.
We closed.
Because we need people at the fair.
Because the county fair is a free night. So just come down and visit us down at the county fair Thursday night.
Yeah.
If you were planning on coming in, just come down there. Don't come dropping quilts off with me. I ain't taking them. Don't do that to me. I haven't had that happen yet, but it's a matter of time.
Right.
Anyway, now that I put it out there in the universe. Anyway, all right. I think that's all I got. You got anything else?
No.
Sadie, you got anything to add to any of this? You guys, it's been a blast. Ready to go?
Thanks so much.
Bye.
Bye.